So let me start with the problem. Which is suppose that X be a set, X be a non-empty set, and curly P be a set of set consisting of non-empty subsets of X. Then show that then curly P will form a partition of X. Curly P will form a partition of X if and only if each member of X, each member of the set X belongs to exactly one member of the family of sets curly P. Okay. Now it is evident from the picture, because suppose this is your X and you have considered a one partition, suppose, and okay, and suppose this. So these are your partition blocks, right? So suppose this is A1, this is A2, this is A3, A4, A5, A6, A7. Okay, and you see that every member of this set, any member, any point, any element of this set belongs to some partition blocks. Maybe it is A1, it is A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7. Okay, and once it is in some partition block, so that is unique. Okay, suppose small x belongs to capital X, then this small x that will be sitting inside either A1 or A2 or A3 or A4 or A5 or A6 or A7. And since these are partition blocks, so they are pairwise disjoint. So once this X belongs to A2, then this A2 is unique for this X, right? This X will not be any other partition block. It will be, suppose X is in this, so X is in exactly one partition block. So that has been written here, and you need to prove this just by using the definition of a partition. Okay, this is up to you. So left, so this left as an exercise. For you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let me introduce some Suppose, okay, suppose capital X be a non-empty set and let rho be a binary relation on capital X. Okay. Suppose you consider a non-empty set X, and on X you are defining a binary relation on X. Suppose it is rho. Then you will see that then this relation, then rho is said to be number 1 reflexive if you see that X, if you see that every element of small x is related to itself, that is, if for all small x belongs to capital X, small x is rho related to itself. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Number 2,
Okay, sir.
it is said to be symmetric if for x, y belongs to capital X, x is related to y implies y is related to x. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. So this is called symmetric. Number 3, it is called antisymmetric if you take two elements of x and if you see that x is related to y and y is related to x, both holds, then this will imply that the only possibility is x and y are same element. That is called antisymmetric. Okay. So this in turn says that if both these holds, then the only possibility is x is equal to y. So that means if x and y are two distinct element, then either x is related to y or y is related to x, but not both. Okay. So that is, so this says that if x is not equal to y, then either x is rho related to y if holds, or y is rho related to x if it holds, but not both, because if both the condition is satisfied, then the only possibility will be x is equal to y, but you have already assumed that x is not equal to y. Okay. Number 4, the relation is said to be transitive. Transition means going from one place to another, moving from one place to another via some correspondence, right? So transitive means if you take x, y, z, three elements of the set, and if you see that x is related to y and y is related to z, x is related to y, y is related to z, then this will imply that x is related to z. So, if you take three elements x, y, z with x is related to y and y is related to z, then this implies that x is related to z. So, this is called transitivity. So, the relation moves from x to z. So, x is related to z. First x is related to y and then y is related to z. So, you can say that x is related to z. Okay. So, this is called transitivity. So, this is reflexivity, this is symmetry, this is antisymmetry, and this is transitivity. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So, now let okay, so let us have a look at the following example. What is that? Suppose you take x to be the set of all straight lines in R2, okay, and define a relation
স্যার
rho হ্যাঁ বলো
স্যার
বলো
স্যার বলছি আমার স্যার নেট প্রবলেমের জন্য স্যার দেখতে একটু প্রবলেম হচ্ছে।
কি 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 করতে হবে বলো।
মানে আপনি স্ক্রিন শেয়ার করছেন ওটা স্যার দেখতে আমার একটু প্রবলেম হচ্ছে।
কেন বলো তো?
স্যার নেটের এখানে ভীষণ প্রবলেম, দিকে বিকেলের পর থেকে খুব সমস্যা হয়,
মানে তুমি কি
ওই
দেখতে
জন্য
পাচ্ছ
স্যার
না?
অনেক লেটও হয়ে গেল।
আচ্ছা, তুমি কি দেখতে পাচ্ছ না?
স্যার প্রথমটা তাই একটু পাচ্ছিলাম, তো 10-15 মিনিট পর এখন স্যার খুবই প্রবলেম হচ্ছে।
মানে স্ক্রিনটা কি দেখতে পাচ্ছ না?
না স্যার।
তাহলে তুমি একবার কাজ করো, তুমি লেফট করে জয়েন করো, দেখো দেখতে পাবে। এটা হয়, মাঝে মাঝে হয়।
স্যার আমি স্যার একবার লেফট করেই জয়েন করলাম, দেখতে পাচ্ছেন না বলে, তাতেও
না,
তার একবার চেষ্টা
তুমি
করছি।
একবার পিন
আমি
করো।
স্যার শুনছি আপনি যা বলছেন।
না, তুমি পিন করো, দেখতে পাবে তো। কেন দেখতে পাবে না? তুমি আমার প্রেজেন্টেশনের যে স্ক্রিনটা আছে ওটা পিন করো, তুমি পিন করো নি তাহলে।
স্যার আমি পরিষ্কারই দেখতে পাচ্ছি, আমি তো স্যার এরকম এইখানটা প্রিন্ট করেছিলাম, মানে পরিষ্কার দেখতে পাচ্ছি এখানে স্যার একবার আমার স্ক্রিনশট নিয়ে পাঠাচ্ছে একবার স্যার দেখুন স্যার।
আমি বলছি তো দেখতে পাবে, তুমি পিন করো। ঠিক আছে, কার প্রবলেম হচ্ছিল পিন করো।
স্যার দেখুন স্যার ওখানে গ্রুপে দিয়েছে স্যার, আমি পরিষ্কার দেখতে পাচ্ছি।
হুম না, ওকে একটু বলে দাও, ও মনে হয় বুঝতে পারছে না হয়তো। তাহলে পরিষ্কার দেখা যাচ্ছে তো। এই ওটা পিন করো, ঠিক আছে, আমার স্ক্রিনটা পিন করো। তুমি মনে হয় অন্য স্ক্রিনে ঢুকে গেছো, সেই জন্য তুমি শুনতে পাচ্ছ কিন্তু দেখতে পাচ্ছ না। ও কি আছে না চলে গেল জানি না। ঠিক আছে, চলো আমরা করি। চলে আসবে। So define a relation rho on X by, suppose you take two elements from the set X, suppose that means X and Y are two straight lines in R2. So X is related to Y means X and Y are, X is parallel to Y. X is parallel to Y. Okay, so this is a binary relation on X. So let us check that whether this rho is it reflexive, is it symmetric, is it antisymmetric, and is it transitive. So the question is that the first, is it reflexive? Reflexivity, does it hold? Yes, it is true, because every straight line is parallel to itself. If you take any straight line, then this is parallel to itself. আচ্ছা, ও কি জয়েন করতে পেরেছে?
হ্যাঁ স্যার, জয়েন করেছি।
দেখতে পাচ্ছ?
না স্যার।
সে কি, তুমি আমার প্রেজেন্টেশনের স্ক্রিনটা পিন করো, তুই কোনটা দেখতে পাচ্ছ, কোন স্ক্রিনটা তোমার কাছে আসছে?
হ্যালো, আমি বলছি স্যার মানে অর্ঘ যেটা দেখতে পাচ্ছি সেটা ওই স্ক্রিনশট নিয়ে পাঠানো, দেখি না কোনখানটা।
হ্যাঁ,
স্যার বলছি অর্ঘ যেখানটা দেখতে পাচ্ছ না বলছো, মানে কিরকম দেখাচ্ছে ওই জন্য বলছি একটা স্ক্রিনশট নিয়ে পাঠাতে একবার।
হ্যাঁ, তুমি তুমি একটা স্ক্রিনশট নিয়ে পাঠাও তো গ্রুপে, দেখি কি বলতে চাইছো।
আচ্ছা স্যার, আমি একটা স্ক্রিনশট পাচ্ছি।
এই বলছি, কে তোমার এখন কার ক্লাস আছে? এখন কার ক্লাস আছে?
এখন অনন্তদার ক্লাস হচ্ছে, অনন্তদার হচ্ছে তোমার গ্রুপ এ, আর বকুল সহ হচ্ছে গ্রুপ বি।
এ দু তিনজন স্টুডেন্ট ফোন করেছিল, বলছে ক্লাস কিছু হচ্ছে না, লিঙ্ক পাঠায়নি নাকি?
তাই নাকি?
স্যার এই যেই রকম পাঠালাম গ্রুপে স্যার ওই রকম দেখছি।
একটা ছিল আবার, আমি জানি যে মেলটা পাঠিয়েছিলাম না পড়েই ফোন করে দিয়েছে।
ও,
তাদেরকে বলো যে লিঙ্কটা।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, ঠিক আছে।
এই তোর কি মানে নেট পুরোপুরি শেষ হয়ে গেছে?
হুম,
কজন ছিল?
হ্যালো।
হ্যাঁ,
আজকে
শেষও
আমার
হয়ে গেছে,
ক্লাসে
নেটের
তোমার
প্রবলেমও
20
ভীষণ।
জন মতো।
ও আচ্ছা আচ্ছা।
ও, তুমি নোট ফোট দিচ্ছ নাকি?
তুমি বলনি বলে দিইনি, বললে দেবো।
না, যদি নোট থাকে তাহলে আমাকে দিতে পারো, আমি তাহলে শেয়ার করে দেবো। তুমিও শেয়ার করে দেবে, আমিও করে দেবো।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে,
কিছুই পাইনি দিয়ে আবার শুধু আমাকে টাকাটা দিচ্ছে।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, ঠিক আছে, তুমি তোমাকে পাঠিয়ে দাও, তুমি পাঠিয়ে দাও তাহলে, ঠিক আছে।
হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে, তুমি তাহলে আমাকে পাঠাও, আমি হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ গ্রুপে দিয়ে দিচ্ছি। আর এখন ক্লাস চলছে, ঢুকে পড়তে বলো কারোর কাছ থেকে লিঙ্কটা নিয়ে।
আমিও আমিও একটা ক্লাসে আছি, আমিও একটা ক্লাসে রয়েছি।
ও, কোন ক্লাসে আছো?
স্যার লেফট হয়ে গেল না? ও না,
আমি
ওই তো।
আমি তোমার ইয়েতে আছি, তোমার কি বলে ওই একটা বিএসসির ক্লাসে।
ও আচ্ছা 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 আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে, ক্লাস করো। হ্যাঁ
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে।
হ্যাঁ, এই তো শুনতে পাচ্ছ না, ক্লাস হচ্ছে।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ।
তুমি ঢুকেছিলে আমার ক্লাসে? হ্যাঁ, তোমার এরকম কেন আসছে বলো তো? এটা বুঝতে পারছি না কেন আসছে এরকম।
স্যার আমি ওর কাছে জিজ্ঞেস করলাম, ও স্যার বললো ওদের ওখানে ওর নেটটা মানে ধরো সে ডেইলি সে প্ল্যান থাকে না, ওরা মনে হয় আজকে যেটা পড়েছিল সেটা শেষ হয়ে গেছে আজকের মতো। প্লাস হচ্ছে ওদের ওখানে আমাকে বলে প্রচন্ড নেট প্রবলেম, মানে 7টার পরে এই সেই বিকেলের 5:30টার পর থেকে হয়।
আচ্ছা, ওকে বলো যে ও শুনতে বলো শুধু, ঠিক আছে, অফ করে দিয়ে শুনতে বলো।
ঠিক আছে স্যার, ঠিক আছে স্যার, আমি ওকে ওখানে লিখে দিচ্ছি।
হুম 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 হুম, ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে। আচ্ছা তাহলে দেখো, সো দিস এক্স, এভরি স্ট্রেট লাইন ইজ প্যারালাল টু ইটসেলফ। তার মানে এটা যদি একটা স্ট্রেট লাইন হয় এক্স, তার মানে এক্স ইজ প্যারালাল টু ইটসেলফ, এটা আমরা সবসময় জানি, তাই না? এক্স ইজ প্যারালাল টু এক্স, তার মানে এখানে রিলেশনটা কি? রিলেশনটা হচ্ছে প্যারালেলিজম, তার মানে যে এক্স আর ওয়াই রিলেটেড কখন না এক্স আর ওয়াই যদি প্যারালাল টু ইচ আদার হয়, ঠিক আছে, তার মানে এক্স নিজেই নিজের সঙ্গে প্যারালাল। সো দেয়ারফর, so since every straight line is parallel to itself, so you can say that x is rho related to itself. So therefore reflexivity holds. Okay, reflexivity holds, ঠিক আছে।
ওকে স্যার।
নেক্সট হচ্ছে সিমেট্রি। তাহলে সিমেট্রিটা কি বলতে চাইছে, what one does do with this symmetry? So suppose you take two straight lines, one is x, another one is y, and let x is related to y, that is, but this relation means x is parallel to y. Now if a straight line is parallel to some other line y, then you can say that easily that that line is also parallel to the previous line. Suppose this is your x and this is your y. So since x is parallel to y, so you can at once say that y is parallel to x. So these are same thing, right? So that this implies y is parallel to x. So this implies y is rho related to x. So symmetry holds. Number 3, anti-symmetry. Anti-symmetry, that means if you take now for anti-symmetry, you see that suppose this is your x and this is your y, right? So these two straight lines are different straight lines, these are not same, but x and y and x both are parallel to each other, that is x is parallel to y, at the same time you can say that y is parallel to x. So both holds, but these x and y are different straight lines, but x will never be equal to y. So you can have examples of two distinct straight lines satisfying this relation. So this says that, so the relation rho is not anti-symmetry, is not anti-symmetry. Understood? বোঝা গেল যে তুমি,
হ্যাঁ স্যার বুঝতে পেরেছি,
হ্যাঁ
বুঝতে পেরেছি।
বোঝা গেছে, ওকে ফাইন, ভেরি নাইস। নাম্বার 4, ট্রানজিটিভ। Transitivity, what does it tell you? So it tells you that if you take three straight lines, one is x, another one is y, and another one is z. So this is your x, this is your y, this is your z, and the relations they are enjoying is that x is parallel to y, it is evident from the picture, and y is also parallel to z. Now since x is parallel to y and y is parallel to z, so this immediately implies that x is obviously parallel to z. This x and this y, they are parallel to each other. So this says that the relation rho is transitive, right? So here we observe that the relation
Yes,
defined
right.
here, it satisfies reflexivity, it satisfies the symmetry, but it doesn't satisfy anti-symmetry, and it also satisfies the transitivity. So, this type of relations having these three property, that is reflexivity, symmetry and transitivity, this type of relations are called equivalence relations. So, this kind of relations are called equivalence relation on a given set, right. So, formally speaking, a relation, a binary relation rho defined on a set, suppose you take non-empty set X is defined, is said to be an equivalence relation on X if it satisfies the trio, that is reflexivity, symmetry and transitivity. Okay. And here above you have produced an example of an equivalence relation, right. So, this is called an equivalence relation which has reflexivity, symmetry and transitivity. Now, one can ask that what we shall do with this antisymmetry. So, if you include antisymmetry, you need to exclude this symmetry, right. So, the relation having reflexivity, antisymmetry and transitivity will be defined as partial order relation. Okay. So, on the other hand, a binary relation rho defined on X is said to be a partial order relation if rho satisfies reflexivity, antisymmetry and transitivity, right. So, a relation having these three properties, that is reflexivity, antisymmetry and transitivity. So, this will be called a partial order relation. So, a set X equipped with a partial order relation, equipped with means we are defining on X, we are defining this partial we are defining this relation on X. So, that this is called equipped with. Okay. So, a set X equipped with a partial order relation is called a partially ordered set. Partially ordered set or abbreviated terms is that, or simply you can say that it is a poset. So it is an abbreviation of this partially ordered set. So simply poset. So poset means a set equipped with a partial order relation. Okay, and we denote. So as we need to distinguish this partial order relation with this equivalence relations, so we need to denote this partial order relation in a different way, right. So okay, with a different symbol. So we denote a partial order relation on X by less than or equal to, or sometimes this, or sometimes this, or sometimes this. Okay. So these are all relations that we are defining to to define partial order relation. So we are using these symbols to define partial order relation, to make distinguish this relation with the equivalence one. Okay. So don't take this as the usual less than or equal to. Sometimes, so you need to define this. This is a symbol, this is just a symbol, although we are calling it less than or equal to, but it doesn't mean that it plays the same role as that of usual form, right. Sometimes whenever we are considering a set
Yeah,
x,
right.
মানে একটা সেট ধরো নিলে তুমি, ঠিক আছে, সেখানে তুমি এটার যে মানেটা দিচ্ছ সেই মানেটাই কিন্তু লেস দ্যান ইকুয়াল টু। তুমি আমরা যেমন লেস দ্যান মানে হচ্ছে ছোট বড় এরকম ভাবি, ঠিক আছে, ছোট বড়র মানেটা এখানে হচ্ছে এইটা, এই সেটের উপর আমি যেটা ডিফাইন করব সেটা। যেমন একটা উদাহরণ দিচ্ছি, দেখো তাহলে বুঝতে পারবে। Okay, for example, let let us consider a non-empty set X and take its power set Px. Okay. Now on power set, on Px we define a relation. On power set we define a relation less than or equal to by, so in this power set of X we have as members the subsets of X. That means, so we are taking two subsets of X, right, A and B. Then A is less than or equal to B, it means if and only if A is a subset of B. Okay. So here less than or equal to means A will have to be a subset of this set. Okay. So don't treat this less than or equal to in its usual meaning. Sometimes it is true for real numbers, but in general setting, in general case, it will mean that whatever we are defining, this will play the same role as the definition. Okay. তুমি লেস দ্যান অর ইকুয়াল টু মানেটা যেটা বলতে চাইছো সেইটাই কিন্তু তুমি ধরবে। মানে লেস দ্যান অর ইকুয়াল টু মানে সবসময় তোমার মাথায় ওই 2 আর 3 ছোট বড় এই ব্যাপারটা কিন্তু না। ওটা হচ্ছে যখন আমি ওটা করছি তখন ওই মানেটা দাঁড়াচ্ছে, ওটারও একটা ডেফিনেশন আছে, ঠিক ঠিক আছে, সেই কারণে ওটাকে বলছি। ওইটারই জেনারেল তোমার সেটিংটা হচ্ছে এই পার্সিয়াল অর্ডার রিলেশন, ঠিক আছে। তাহলে এটা তুমি চেক করে দেখো। সো লেট আস check that whether less or equal to is a partial order relation or not. দেখো চেক করা যাক। The first one is reflexivity. Now you know that every set is a subset of itself. So for every a subset of x, a will be a subset of a. So this implies so a must be less or equal to a, right? So reflexivity holds. Number 2, is it symmetric? No, because suppose this is your universal set and you take this is your set x and you take suppose this is your a, okay, suppose you take two subsets of x and a is a subset of b. So a is a subset of b, that means this, but this does not imply that b is a subset of a, right? Because b is not included in a, because there exist elements here which is in b but not in a. So for this reason generally you cannot say that a is a subset of b implies b is also a subset of a, right? So that is not, this relation is not symmetric, right? Now we need to check whether it is antisymmetric. Now take again two subsets of x and let us suppose that both the inclusion holds, that is a is a subset of b and b is a subset of a, but that means that, so this says that together this will imply a will be equal to b. If you consider two sets, one is a subset of the another, then you can say that these two are equal, okay. So this implies it is antisymmetric, right? It is antisymmetric. Number
Yes,
4,
sir.
number 4, suppose you take three sets and let us suppose that a is a subset of b and b is a subset of c. Then obviously since a is a subset of b, b is a subset of c, then if you take any element from a, then this will be in b, and since b is a subset of c, so this will be in c. So that means it is very much easy to check that a is a subset of c. So this implies it is transitive, right? So power set of x with respect to this relation, it is a partially ordered set. Or in short form it is called, it is a poset, okay. So we denote a poset x equipped with a partial order relation, this as the pair x less or equal to, okay. So whenever we are calling that x less or equal to is a poset, that means x is a partially ordered set with respect to the partial order relation less than or equal to. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now I need to establish. Now we have studied three things. One is a partition on a set, another one is equivalence relation on a set, and third one is partial order relation on a set. Okay. Now I need to establish that whether there exists any kind of relation between equivalence relation and partitions on a set. So partition, we need to establish a correspondence between these two notions, partition on a set X and equivalence relation on X. So does there exist any kind of relation in between these two concepts? Okay. The theorem is that, and the interesting fact is that yes, there is a beautiful connection in between these two notions defined on X. And the theorem is that if you take any equivalence relation, then this equivalence relation will determine a partition on that set. At the same time, if you take a partition on a set X, then that partition will define an equivalence relation on that set, where the partition blocks can be determined by this equivalence relation. So we can set up a connection between these two notions, that is a partition on a set and an equivalence relation on X. So whenever you need to partition a set, so the other way you can adopt is that just define an equivalence relation on that set. So then you can easily have this, you can easily have a partition on a set. Okay. So the theorem is that every equivalence relation on a non-empty set it will determines a partition on X, determine a partition on that set. And conversely, the converse part is also true. Conversely, that means if you start from a partition on a set, then you can easily define an equivalence relation on that set. So conversely. Okay. So what is the proof? So to prove this theorem, let us first define definition. Suppose rho be an equivalence relation on a non-empty set X. Suppose you take an equivalence relation on a non-empty set X, and define the equivalence class equivalence class or simply class of an element. So, define the equivalence class or simply class of an element small a belongs to capital X define the equivalence class or simply class of an element this to be the set of all those y belongs to X, set of all small x belongs to capital X, such that small x is row related to A holds. Okay. So, equivalence class of A means it consists of those x which are related to A. So, suppose this is your x and you take one A, okay, and on X you have already defined an equivalence relation row. So, then equivalence class of A means those elements which are related to this A, right. So, these x,
Yes, sir.
these elements will form a subset of capital X, and this set is called equivalence class of this small a. So, this is denoted by CLA, that means CL for class A, or sometimes it is denoted by A bar, and sometimes it is by third bracket A, or sometimes it is first bracket A, etc. Okay. So, that is class of, generally it can be written as, so class of A means it will consist those x which are related to A. You can observe this picture. So, these are x, right. So, these x are related to A. Okay. Now, one can ask a question that whenever you are defining a set, is it empty or non-empty? If it is empty, then we have nothing to do with this set. But if it is non-empty, then we can proceed further. So, since we have defined a set, so we need to check that whether these class of elements are non-empty sets, because if they are empty, then we have nothing to do with them, with these sets, right. So, now since we have already assumed that rho is an equivalence relation, that means particularly rho is reflexive. So, since rho is reflexive, so you can write that every element is related to itself. So, particularly if you take A, so A is related to itself. So, that means in this class at least one member is sitting inside this set, which is small a itself. So, this implies small a must be in this class A. That is, class of A is non-empty sets. This is true for all A belongs to capital X. So, these are all non-empty sets. Okay. Now, we can proceed further. Now, one may ask a question that if you take two elements, now let A comma B belongs to X. So, with this A, with this A you are going to have a class, and with this B you are going to have a class which is class of B. Now, if this A and B are related, then what can be said about these two classes? If A and B are related, then the conclusion is that these two classes are also same. And conversely, suppose you take two class, if they are equal, then these are related. Okay. So, now before that I would like to say that okay, yes, fine, yes. So, if A and B are related, then these two classes are same. So, the theorem is that A for A comma B belongs to X, class A equals to class B if and only if they are related. If they are not related, then you can easily say that these two classes are distinct. Okay. So, two classes are same if and only if they are the representatives of this class are related. So, what is the proof? Why it is true? As because suppose you consider that these two classes are same, then you need to show that A is related to B, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now it is clear that since these two classes are same, so note that we have already stated that in a class of A will be A belongs to that class, right? So, note that B belongs to its class, right? B belongs to its class, but this class is equal to class of A. That means B is actually in class of A, but class of A consists of those X which are related to A. That means B is related to A, and this implies since rho is an equivalence relation, so it satisfies symmetry. So, that means A is related to B. So, A is related to B. So, this holds. Now, for the reverse case, converse case, so conversely let A and B are related. Then you need to show that these two classes are same. So, that means, so being sets, we need to check that whether class A is a subset of class B and class B is a subset of class A. So, let Y belongs to Y belongs to class A. So, then A is related to Y, right? A is related to Y. Now, we have this assumption. So, A rho B A rho Y, and we have this assumption that is A rho B, and these two together with the transitivity you can say that. So, this implies, that means yes, So we need to write this as B is row related to A just by using symmetry, and A is row related to Y. So then by transitivity B is related to Y. So since Y is related to B, so that means by symmetry Y is related to B. So that means Y belongs to class B. But Y is in class A and it has been included in class B. So this implies class A is a subset of class B. In a similar way, you can prove that class B is actually a subset of class A. So hence these two inclusions together implies that these two classes are same class. So if A and B are related, then their classes are same. Okay. So note that. So distinct elements determines distinct classes, right? Distinct I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So the note is that, so for A comma B belongs to X, then either these two classes are same, or if they are not equal, then they will be disjoint. If they are not equal, then they will be disjoint. So either these two classes are same or they are disjoint. There exists no common member in between these two sets. Okay. So if they are unequal, then they are disjoint. Why? Because if suppose this is not true, they are not disjoint. If class A intersection class B is not phi, so not phi means there exists an element in this intersection. So then suppose X belongs to this, say, right. So you can find out one element which is common to both the sets, class A and class B. But then this will imply that, so X belongs to class A means A row X holds, right. X is related to A, and X belongs to class B means X is related to B also, and together with the transitivity you can say that A is related to X, X is related to B. So that means A and B are related, right. But if A and B are related, then you have already proved that in the above that their classes are same class, right. So if you assume that the intersection is non-empty, then they must be equal. Okay.
Okay.